You're now listening to Box Power Sound.
Brought to you by Bel Air.
9, and we are back like we left something. We got my girl Killa Kels here. You already know how it goes. What up?
DJ Killa Kels. DJ Killa Kels.
How's it been? How's your weekend?
Pretty good. Productive. Just worked on a couple mixes, so I dropped 2 in the last week or so.
Let them know where they can
catch
hear
that on my SoundCloud, Killa x Kels. But yeah.
Well, that's good.
Listening to a lot of music, DJing.
Yeah, because right now we really don't have much to do. But we got to figure it out. But speaking of not having much to do, this vaccine is going to allow us to get back into the normal world. How do you feel about it? We talked about it before, but now it's a real thing.
I still need to do like major research on that, but I don't feel good about it. I was already against the vaccines that were out here already. Yeah. But I don't know, man. It depends how desperate I am, to be honest.
So, see, the thing is, when we were younger and there was that whole polio thing that happened, polio affected a lot of people in the early 1900s and like 1940s, 50s. And then it ended up being a mandatory vaccine when we were young. During school, we would always get these vaccines. So if that's what it's going to be.
We didn't have a choice back then.
Yeah, we didn't have a choice. So the thing
Are we going to have a choice?
The thing with this is that they're saying it's not mandatory. However, it is mandatory to go to the theater, the movie theater.
Oh, Lord. I love the movie theater.
Yeah, exactly.
So
if they're saying that, then
flights as well.
It's going to be the same thing for flights. It's probably going to be the same
thing for
school? Stadiums.
School, work.
School, they're going to probably do it regardless for kids in school. So I personally, I know people have their opinions and stuff, but I'm not going to be the first to get it, obviously. Like, I want to get it eventually, if that means that I can go back to living a normal life and doing the same things that we were doing before and, you know.
Working? Let's get back to work and getting paid.
Parties.
Right.
The events.
Socializing with our loved ones. What have you done any research on it? Like,
no, because all I know
is that it's coming out.
90-year-old woman took it.
And?
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
She just got it, so we'll see. And it doesn't help that
that's who they're going to test it on.
They tested on a 90-year-old woman. And the thing is, a lot of the memes that are getting put out there, they're making people look crazy. They would put like 2 weeks after taking the vaccine, and then they have someone like barking.
No.
So we're seeing crazy things that's gonna alter your
Where
your
is
opinion.
This 90-year-old woman? Do you know?
Is it in Quebec? Triz, do you know?
Really?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm listening.
There's a lady. It was all over. I saw this 90-year-old woman. It was the first woman that took the vaccine. But yeah, it was on 6 Buzz and everything.
She just volunteered.
I guess. Yeah.
I need to look this up.
She probably thought, "Fuck it." Like, I got about
who gonna say fuck it at 90?
I mean, it is what it is. But I feel
bless
like
her.
I would take it.
Bless her. I hope that. I hope for good results. Like I hope that it's a reliable vaccine. I hope we could go back to normal and stuff like that. But it's hard.
We need to go back to normal because you know what? People are going to start going crazy. So it's either you get people going crazy or they take the fucking vaccine and we all go back to normal. Right? So with that said, let's get back to this whole new music thing. We want to put some people onto some new music. I know you have some of your favorite songs right now.
Current stuff
Tell
I've been
them about
listening
it.
To. Well, what are we going into right now? Some of the Dutch.
Yeah, what is it called?
Dutchavelli, my favorite UK artist right now. Okay. He just kind of reminds me of like when Meek Mill first came out, like with House Party and stuff, and it just gives you that kind of energy.
Right.
So I like that stuff.
Dope.
During the day. So
you need that energy.
Yeah, honestly. Need that trap energy. So
how do you pronounce it? Dutchavelli?
Dutchavelli. I heard he's Steph London. Steph London. Yeah. It's her brother, I heard. Yeah, I heard that's her brother.
Oh.
Oh, God. Burna Boy. Okay. Well.
Well, then.
Well.
That's another topic.
Yeah. But this is, definitely Dutchavelli. You got to check him out. His stuff's super energetic. Put him on some of my mixes. So check those out
he's this is considered drill music.
Yeah, like
right?
UK grime, I guess you would call it too. There's like so many genres.
And from what I know, drill music originated in Chicago. Is that correct? And then,
I don't know.
And the UK picked it up?
Drill music is from Chicago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some music
cool.
history.
Grime is still kind of different.
Grime is more of the UK
It has like
sound?
a little bit of different bass line, a little bit more kicks. Like it's
Okay.
It's very similar.
All right, well, let's play it.
Yeah.
Let's get right into that. And then we're
Dutchavelli.
going to talk a little bit more about some new artists and some situations when we get back.
Yeah, so you are listening to Box Power Sound live on Cay Radio, and we're about to get into some Dutchavelli, one of my favorite songs, 0 0.
Yes. So that was Meek Mill, GTA. Same vibe, same energy.
Yeah, lots of energy.
Lots of energy. The shit that we would be bumping like crazy in the clubs if we were in there. But one song that I know is making a lot of noise right now is Whoop-Dee.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy. And he actually dropped that back in July, and it gave you very much of a Pop Smoke vibe.
Mm-hmm.
No, it did. Feel the same
way? 100%.
Yeah, and he has like a different look. The video was cool. The visuals were it was captivating. Went with the beat and stuff. So, good thing he's actually he signed to French Montana recently.
Do we know of any other songs by him?
I don't.
Me neither.
I don't. Do you, Triz?
I don't know why I haven't even looked.
Kels put me on CJ, and Whoop-Dee was the
Whoop-Dee, yeah. Yeah, but it's a big song, and it does remind me of what we would go crazy to in the clubs too.
Along with those songs. Listen, we missed out. Next year is gonna have to be like double, God willing, that we're in the clubs next year.
There's music out right now
for next year. I'm playing everything
Crazy.
For the last 2 years.
Like
you don't get it all.
You just pull up, and then more bottles come out, and
prime time's gonna start at 10:30 on the dot.
All that fun shit. But yeah, CJ he's doing his thing. Just signed to French Montana, which is dope. I think that there's definitely that alignment with their look, their brands, their sounds. So French did a good thing with that. Mm-hmm. But is he from New York, CJ?
It gives me New York vibes. I haven't really researched him.
The crazy thing is, when I first saw his video in the summer, I thought he was Arabic. Like, I thought he was from Arab, or just from Egypt or somewhere that's not in North America
at all.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that. Because of how his sound is, he gives himself like a little bit of an accent.
Oh, maybe it's his background, his family. Possibly. But he definitely gives me New York vibes, I feel like.
Okay. So that's probably where he's from.
The style of the video and everything.
So let's play that for everybody and get into party mode with Whoop-Dee by CJ right here on Box Power Sound. Welcome back to Box Power Sound. All these party songs, it's making me feel like I want to hit the club, man.
Trust me.
I know we talk about it a little often, but it's because that's the world that we come from. That's, that was lifestyle. Our office.
Yeah, honestly.
That was our day-to-day, our office where, our bread and butter. And really where, for a long time when I had my weekly gigs and stuff, I was kind of like, I don't want to be doing this. I only want to do special events and all that stuff. But when it comes to what we're dealing with now, I want to be in the club.
No, the club is stressful. The industry is stressful.
The industry is stressful for sure.
Yeah, the industry is stressful, but the good parts, like being around
your people,
your people and stuff like that. I definitely miss that. Yeah,
on the celebration tip,
celebration.
It's always a good time. But yeah, these songs are definitely giving me the whole club vibe. So hopefully everybody who's listening is feeling that way too, and take a shot for us.
Turn up at home.
And, so I want to switch to this next topic about the versus battle with Ashanti and Keisha Cole is coming up on Saturday.
I'm excited.
No, I didn't call this one.
No, my bad. SWV.
Yeah. This one it's exciting because, for Giselle's obsessed with Ashanti. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a big fan of both of them and musically, like their songs. But I already know Ashanti's going to win.
Your team Ashanti?
I am. I love Keisha Cole. I think that Keisha Cole doesn't have a big enough catalog.
Yeah. I did a poll on my story the other day, and I think it was like 60-something% Ashanti.
Yeah.
But what everybody was saying in my DMs was that, like, Keisha Cole resonates with them more. Her music.
A lot of pain.
Yeah, right.
A lot of pain.
Whereas
heartbreak.
Ashanti has, like, chart toppers. She wrote for a lot of big artists too. So
I feel like I in my opinion, I didn't think it was a fair
I don't think so either.
I don't think Keisha Cole,
it wasn't a good mash. I don't think it's not that it's not fair, because I think they both are like this is one where I'm just like ugh. But as far as like the matchup, I think Ashanti should have gone against Sierra.
That would make a little bit more sense because catalogs wise,
right? They're still kind of current with the same kind of music and yeah. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Keisha Cole, I haven't heard a project from her or a single from her in years. Yeah. It's been a minute. So it's kind of like, that's where I feel like it's not the right matchup.
Has she written for people? I don't even know if she's like really written Possibly. For like big artists though.
Oh yeah.
She wrote for Kanye?
For some records, yeah. And I don't get me wrong, I definitely am a huge fan of Keisha Cole. I'm excited to hear her drop her classic songs.
I'll cry during her songs, but I'm a dance during Ashanti
songs.
Yeah,
exactly. I went to we were at the Ashanti concert.
Yeah.
This last summer actually.
Beer Fest.
And I had those tokens left over. I'm like, next year we'll do it. Little did we know there was going to be
no next year.
But her performance was crazy. Yeah, it's definitely party vibes. Like just she's not she has a few ballads.
Who, Ashanti?
Yeah.
Oh, Ashanti got some B-side. Yeah. That was one of the first CDs I bought at HMV, was Ashanti's debut album.
Yeah.
And yeah, she has a lot of like tracks, even on just that one album, like B-side tracks that do give you that Keisha Cole feeling.
Yeah. Foolish would be definitely number one on the females list of heartbreak and why they keep taking
Baby. What about Baby?
Baby's,
Only You.
Baby was my favorite off the album.
Yeah, Baby was definitely slept on.
Yeah. So it's good that the Baby actually remixed that with Meg Thee Stallion. That's a good song. But yeah, so looking forward to that on Saturday. Do you have any plans for that? Like, are you going to do a battle, or are you going to get fined if you do something?
Yes.
Yeah. How about you just
I usually do. I've done some house verses under the lockdown limit, but at this point, the lockdown limit is just me.
Yeah.
And Jaden's at
absolutely like nobody else could be up in your crib.
I'm gonna be singing you're just gonna see me in front of the TV just crying with a glass of wine.
You know, are people still using that house party app? Because that was big during the first lockdown. Yeah. Where people were kind of playing games together,
right,
and stuff.
Yeah,
Clubhouse. So does she. I haven't done it.
I'm done.
You have limited invites?
Yes.
So who do I accept? She sent it to me first. I'm gonna have to go with her.
Send it back. Send it back.
It's limited invites like that?
I don't know. I thought of doing like a virtual Zoom party with the girls and just like getting everybody on so we could watch it together. But it's so hard because when people start talking at the same time on stuff like that, Clubhouse, Zoom, house party, whatever, it's just a lot. It's just noise. It becomes noise.
For sure. Yeah, so who knows? I'm just going to be chilling and vibing and
tuning
singing.
in. Yeah, tuning in
and singing. But I definitely feel like Ashanti is gonna take it in terms of
top 3 songs from each artist.
You go first.
Okay, Keisha Cole, Love. Love is a big one. Love is a big one. I also like oh my God. It's a B-side. B-side one that I had, it was on my very first mix that I auditioned for.
It's probably there was this one, I don't even think it was on her album.
Brand new, Keisha, I almost said Keisha Shante, Young Legend. Keisha Cole, brand new, B-side, definitely check that out. What else did I like from her? I should have cheated.
Right.
Because I love Chinks too. From Ashanti, I mean, Foolish was an iconic song for me. Foolish was an iconic song. Like, she came in with the straight hair. Yeah, it was just amazing. The video, everything. What else? Baby definitely was it. Maybe Only You. I really do like Only You, but I've been listening to that a lot lately.
Is that's off the first album?
I think Only You is off the first album.
Okay.
I think for sure. Have you ever ran Give It Up to Me,
Sean Paul, Keisha Cole, Give It. That's your track? That's your track?
That's his track. That's Triz's track.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Keisha Cole going into the dance hall thing. That was the video too. Was like,
yeah.
Sean Paul was really great.
Oh, I changed my thing. It's Only You is not on the first album. On the first album, Rescue.
Oh, that's a good song.
Rescue
is
deep. Yeah.
That's deep.
So all three from the first album.
Okay, so for me, Keisha Cole, obviously Love is going to be the top. I liked not I Should Have Cheated. It was I Changed My Mind. I like that record. And You've Changed. You've Changed. I didn't even know it was on the album. I remember having a version of that song that was not official. It was kind of like a rough kind of whatever version, but that song is a good song. And then for Ashanti, Baby was always my favorite song off her first album. And
Baby was the track.
I like Rock With You. Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every song.
Every
Oh,
song,
baby.
but that one is like right at the beginning. And I want to say
Rock With You gets a lot of
Rain
DJ
on
edits
Me.
too. Ooh.
Rain on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know I love
Yeah.
Jay-Z, right? So she had that Jay-Z sample in there. Well, the beat sample. So obviously I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my top 3.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
I love the R&B ones.
I'm excited. Yeah, exactly. Because you get to like sing your heart out,
Right.
And
you
really
don't get
brings
those
you
in the
back.
club.
Yeah,
either.
exactly.
We don't get to play those songs in the club or listen
Right.
to those songs in the club
unless it's at the end, and
When
you're
you're-
closing out,
yeah.
and then everyone's drunk.
after
and
last
singing.
call. After last call.
You gotta go home, but you gotta get.
That's when I don't leave. I'm like, let me stay and sing these songs.
So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. But for episode 9, we actually have Up Next coming on the show, and he is a local. He's up next. Up next is up next.
Yeah.
Not right now, but
Up next.
not now, but not right now. He goes by the name of Up Next. He is a music executive in Toronto. He's an A&R for the streets, and he has a pretty big following. He posts a lot of things, all things hip hop and entertainment,
Pushing the culture.
forward. I've had him host a couple events at Players Club a few times, and he brings the city out. Like, he brings people out. He definitely has a lot of the city that's not necessarily like in the forefront,
Right.
but they show out for him,
Yeah.
right? And he's doing a lot of work for these independent artists that major labels are not necessarily doing for signed artists, which is crazy because you can be signed and you could have a deal in place, but you could literally be on the back burner.
On the shelf.
Yeah, on the shelf.
Collecting dust.
Yeah, collecting dust. And he is actually, he's very necessary for the industry in Toronto and Canada, period. So we definitely want to welcome him to the show and talk to him about what he's doing for artists, what he has coming up next, and what he's planning to do. And he's done something really, really crazy that we haven't seen before. He's taken over billboard ads throughout the city, and one of the biggest billboards at Yonge and Dundas Square, where he's been able to promote local artists that you would never believe they would have, they would get up there, but he's doing that for these artists, and he's putting in a lot of work, and that's definitely necessary for Toronto and Canada, period, because we've never had that. Right. So he's
and we need that.
Yeah, he's valuable, and we're going to talk to him a little bit later on in the show. But right now, we're going to get back into the music and play some Ashanti. We're going to play some Ashanti for everybody.
Can you play Rescue Me, Triz? Please.
Yeah. So we'll play some Ashanti and get you guys ready for that Saturday versus battle. To be honest, the versus battle got me through quarantine.
Listen, that's what some one of my girls, she posted, my girl Shy, she posted the only good thing to come from 2020 this year is the versus battles from the lockdown and the quarantine. And Cay Radio, yes,
Box Power Sound.
Yeah. And us. And us, what you thought. No, yeah.
Versus, like, I literally live for that shit. I think it's such an incredible idea that came from Swiss and Timbaland. So shout out to them for making this happen and creating it. And I can't wait until things are open and we watch versus battle concerts. Like, we're actually physically there to watch that
I just got chills.
It's over.
I didn't even think about that.
I'm
mind blown.
This is a $1 billion like brand and idea, and I'm all for it. And as if Swiss didn't need any more money. Do you see his house?
Listen.
You seen his and Alicia Keys' house?
Just give me some.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to show you their house. Okay.
I don't even want to see it, man.
No, this is inspiration. Okay. So yeah, shout out to them. Love the versus battle. Let's get right into it. Ashanti, always on time, right here on Box Power Sound. Welcome back to Box Power Sound. We have up next in the building.
Yeah. You already know what it is.
What's up?
Yeah, what's popping?
So, what is your? Are you allowed to tell us what your actual name is, or you just strictly go by up next?
Yeah, you could call me Crooks. Everybody know about Crooks.
Okay, yeah, and that's what's big on the billboard.
Yeah, that's what everybody know me by. So you can call me that still.
Dope. So what I was telling everybody prior to you coming here, I was telling them that you talk about all things hip hop and entertainment on your page. You do a lot for independent artists, more than what major labels do for signed artists. Yeah. And it's something that's very necessary for our industry, especially the music industry and everything. So you're valuable, and we want to talk about it. Tell us how you started. How and when did you start?
That's love. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? You feel me? I like when people give me my flowers when I'm alive. They don't wait till I'm like,
you can still smell them.
Well, I took it.
You be putting in work, man. I've been seeing you putting in work.
You know what I mean? I do my thing. But yeah, the way I started, because I'm not originally from here. Like, I used to live in New Jersey.
Okay.
So like 11 years ago, when I came here to Canada, and I fell in love with the whole scene, with the whole culture, I used to do like parties, all ages and shit like that. And I noticed
we all from the party world.
You all from the party world. So that's how I got into it, right? But like, I fell in love with the whole music scene when I first heard like Big Page with Drake and shit. I'm Still Fly. I'm like, oh shit, this shit's wavy. You know what I mean? And I noticed like they wasn't playing them shits in the club. Like, why they not playing these Toronto rappers? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's how I started tapping into it, like bringing Toronto rappers to the club and getting DJs to play their songs and putting mixtapes together and putting the artists on the mixtapes and things like that. So to showcase like artists that's in the city.
Right.
Because at first people only knew about like Big Page, Drake, and P. Wayne, all those guys, Reps Up and all those guys. But they didn't know about these other young cats coming up from the hood or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I want everybody to tap in into like what's really going on. Like the streets, what everybody's trying to listen to. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's how it really came about.
And I noticed that you were doing that as well at Players Club when I booked you to host a couple times.
Yeah.
You would have some of the artists come through, and then they would give their music to the DJ and turn up and bring their whole crew. Like, they would come out, like, show out.
You see how I move, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I kind of got the whole vision, the whole thing from, like, BMF, you know what I mean? I seen a documentary about BMF, the way they were moving. When they move like 100 deep.
Yeah.
So I wanted to start a movement, but, like, with artists, you know what I mean? When I move, I bring, like, 10 artists, and they bring their crowd, they bring their crew. Mm-hmm. Everybody get 10 booths, 20 booths, and we all popping bottles. You know what I mean? That's how I wanted it to be. So that's why when you booked me, we had like at least 6-7 booths, and everybody was popping bottles.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of like I like that.
Well, you know
unity
what? That's
shit.
news to me that you're from New Jersey, and that now it makes a lot more sense. Like your hustle and your grind, it's definitely different.
I was gonna ask, I'm like, was it like that in New Jersey for you? And you thought coming here maybe?
Yeah, it was like that. It was like that for me in New Jersey. I used to like sell clothes in my locker,
or
in
even
high
just
school
like the
and
music scene, because
the music scene wasn't really booming like that in New Jersey. Plus, I wasn't really tapped into it like that. I was mostly in fashion when I was there. You know what I mean? I wanted to like launch my clothing line. I started working with DJs and stuff like that back then, but I wasn't really too much into artists, right? But when I came to Canada and Toronto, that's when I tapped into the music. I was like, yo, this is like a gold mine. like the shit, I'm like the only one I know about this
familiar.
shit. Yeah. Nobody's fucking with this shit, you know?
Yeah. Dope. So explain to like listeners exactly what it is that you do.
Yo, what I do, I just connect the dots. You know what I mean? I don't really have a certain shit that I do. I connect the dots. I plug them with whoever's doing shit in the city. Like you that do parties and shit like that. I trying to get people to know who you are. The artists, the DJs to know who you are, to fuck with you and all that. You know what I mean? So I kind of like connect the dots. I connect dots. That's pretty much what I do.
That's what's up. And it's important. That's definitely important for a city like Toronto, a very small city when it comes to the industry, but obviously big in terms of population.
Facts.
So if we can get more people involved, then it could be, there's so much money to be made. It's so much money. There actually is a big market if you really tap into it accordingly.
So much talent.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
For sure. So as an A&R for the streets, has there been any artists that have actually been signed?
Definitely.
That you've put on?
There's a couple artists that got signed, you know what I mean? When I first started, I started working with this young artist named Striker Wright. You know what I mean? That's who I started pushing.
From the West End.
Yo, that's why I started pushing like heavy, trying to get him in the club, a Story nightclub.
Okay.
I did my first showcase with him. I had him to like headline the show. You know what I mean? He got signed with Sony.
He's been making noise.
He's been making noises, and the next young artist, LB Spiffy. These young kids going crazy. He got signed to like Warner or some shit like that. Smiley, I got him on one of my showcases. His first showcase in the city. He signed with Warner. There's a whole bunch of young niggas I rock with, you know.
So you putting in that work, and it's coming like it's actually there's a return on that. Right. Do you get like, are you involved in their deals as the A&R or
nah? Like, I wasn't back then. I was just doing it for the love of the music. Now I'm getting my business right. You know what I mean? Get my contracts and all that shit popping. I'm starting my own independent label called Up Next Music Group. So I just signed a young artist. I'm not even gonna tell the name. You know what I mean? I just signed a young artist. We doing our thing. You know what I mean?
Dope.
I gotta get my contracts and all that shit popping.
Yeah,
you know?
all that. Get that business right.
Get my business right.
Important.
Definitely important. You know.
But you say that you have an independent label. I don't know what that entails, but how important is it for you to, for artists, like how important is it to be independent or to be signed? Like, what do you think? What do you encourage artists to do nowadays? Because I know that the independent route, artists are making so much more. They have so much more control. So what's important for you?
Yo, it's all depends on the artist. You know what I mean? If the artists want to go mainstream, go global and all that, you know, it's all depends on what they want to do. If they want to stay independent, they just have to know they have to put in the work themselves, invest all the money themselves, marketing and promotion themselves. If they can't do it, they have to find a partner. That's pretty much getting signed right there. Just getting a partner. You have to give them a piece of the pie. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's all up to the artist on what they want to do. You know, you could stay independent, grind it out from your bedroom, and what you can manage too. If you have a team, you can stay independent and do your thing as long as you have the money. Because like marketing and promotion is expensive. That shit ain't cheap. You know what I mean? Getting on these billboards ain't cheap. You know what I mean?
So speaking of that. How did you get into this whole billboard ad thing? Because let me tell you, this guy has the biggest billboard in Canada at Yonge and Dundas Square, and he has his face on it. A whole bunch of artists on it.
I had to put my face.
And prior to that, you had a smaller billboard.
A smaller one,
that was like a local one, which still really good. Because these billboard ads, as far as I know, they're like $40,000 a month. I could be wrong, but it's not cheap. Yeah. So Tell us how that came about and what it takes for an artist to get on that billboard.
Yeah, how it came about is like, yo, I realized like so many blogs kept popping up out of nowhere. Like, where all these blogs coming from, you know? I wanted to stand out because it's kind of like I've been doing my thing or whatever it may be. Now everything is online. The clubs are closed down because of COVID and all that shit. So I kind of wanted to stand out from everybody else that's just doing the posting on their blogs or whatever it may be. They're not doing anything serious to put the artist on. Mm-hmm. They're not investing in their craft. You know what I mean? So I started looking into advertising. I had the idea in my head from like back in the day, from like 2-3 years ago. You know, I always wondered how they do that, how labels get these billboards or whatever it may be. So I did my research. You know what I mean? I connect a couple dots, spoke up with a few people, work a couple deals. You know what I mean? And I got that shit done. It's all about your goal, what you have in your head. You know what I mean? If you come up with them with an idea, what you have in mind, what you're trying to do for the city, they'd be willing to work with you. Sure. If they were charging 40 bands to like Subway or whatever it may be, or like Uber, they put the price down for you. You know what I mean? So they just gotta respect your work.
For sure.
Yeah.
So now you have that relationship there,
Facts.
and that's actually really dope.
Facts. I'm the plug for that shit now. For real.
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
Like for real.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, because that's definitely it's a major thing to be able to accomplish.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're the plug, like I said, what is something that the artist has to do now to get there? Do they have to sign with you for you to be the A&R? Or?
Not to get on the billboards and shit?
Yeah, to get on the billboards.
Now I tell artists, if you want to do your thing, do your thing. I don't stop nobody from doing what they got to do. You know what I mean? If you got to reach out to the company, pay your 10 bands.
No, to go through you.
If they go to me, to just hit me up on Instagram. You just got to have a budget, you know? Because I've been doing a lot of free shit for a couple years. But if niggas want to come to me, they got to have a budget, you know? At least 3 bands, 3 to 10 bands, you know?
Okay.
Like, you got to have your budget up. Because, like, none of that free shit ain't working for me no more. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Need that big bag.
Yeah, of course. So that's dope. I think that's really cool and something refreshing for the city because that's major. That's like on a major level, right?
Yeah.
For artists like Toronto artists, like it's always been crabs in a bucket. It's always been difficult.
We've never seen them get showcased like that either.
Way,
you know what I mean? And like just the music scene in Toronto period has never been pushed.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's what I realized. It's like, yo, this is an untapped market. You know what I mean?
Yes.
A lot of people talk about the bad shit that's happening, the gun violence and all that shit, but nobody talk about the talent the city has.
Right.
Yeah.
But nobody want to like push these artists, give them an opportunity. So I'm just trying to give these artists an opportunity and actually show them like, yo, you could get on these billboards, my nigga. You don't have to wait for like a label to sign you.
Exactly.
To take all your shit for Spotify to hit you up. My nigga, you could do that shit yourself.
Yeah.
You're in the hood like hustling and shit like that. Put your money together. Like, you know, a couple of y'all young niggas put y'all money together. Y'all can make this shit happen yourself. Y'all know how to make it happen. Hit me up.
Exactly.
Have a budget for me and we can make some shit happen.
Exactly.
We can shake the city ourselves.
You're really showing and proving that something that seems almost impossible
That's the thing.
is definitely possible.
That's why it's shocking a lot of people because a lot of people thought it was like a gatekeeper to get up there. Oh my God, you have to sign to a label for them to put you up there. Nah, my nigga.
And
they don't know how to go around.
Even if
you're signed, you don't even get up there. A lot of young niggas on a sign right now, they're not even up there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I just have to show these niggas, so what you signed to a label, my nigga? I'm about to put myself up there. I got way more shit popping than they about to see. BT, MTV, VH1. I'm working with all these people.
What's up?
You know what I mean?
No, man. We love to see it. We love that hustle. Like, for sure. That's definitely necessary.
Like, you inspire me too. You know what I mean? I look up to guys like you, Chad, and all these guys that's been doing their thing in the city, plugging the artists. You working with The Weeknd, Drake, and all that shit. That inspires me because you don't stop. You could have just said, fuck this, I'm done.
Thanks.
But you keep going. Now you're doing the radio thing and shit like that. Shit like that inspire me to kind of like, yo, if these people keep doing their thing or whatever it may be, even shit is just like whatever, like I gotta keep going myself. Sure. I gotta keep myself innovative and come up with different ideas. You know, I'm not. We can't
make
do parties
happen.
right now.
You gotta make it happen for
you
yourself.
You gotta come up with different ideas. Like you gotta think outside the box. That's one thing I think about the city. A lot of these young niggas are not thinking outside the box and not thinking outside of their hood. Like think outside of the hood. You could take over the world, my nigga. You got. Think about taking over Toronto. Nah, nigga, take over the whole world.
Exactly.
Get that shit booming everywhere. Canada, the States, UK, everywhere.
Shit. And back to what we were talking about
Sky's
with Cay
the limit.
Radio. Cay Radio is not limited to just an FM station in Toronto. Yeah. This is worldwide. Anybody could listen to us right now live.
Download the app
all over the world. So you got to download the app, the Cay Radio app, and it's it's innovative. It's new. It's refreshing.
Booming.
So and it's important. You know what I'm saying? Because we could have been stagnant. We could have chose to be stagnant.
Nah, you can't.
The rest of the world and what the consequences that we've been faced with.
Fuck a lockdown. We locked the city down.
Yeah, exactly. Word. So yeah, talking about a lot of the gun violence, you definitely have been promoting a lot of that too on the billboards, which is really good. Stop the gun violence.
Facts.
It's unfortunate that all of the young, talented artists are the ones that are going in Toronto. Like they're actually getting hit.
The popping ones too. R.I.P. Smoke Dogg, R.I.P. Houdini, Bully, all these young kids.
So many of them that are really talented, that had so much going for them. But they were murdered in these streets. Have you seen any results from trying to promote the stop the gun violence? Like, have you?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of young niggas hit me up. They be like, "Yo, I appreciate what you're doing for the city." A lot of people hit me up. One thing I realized about the gun violence, the reason why the gun violence is so high, why everybody in the streets doing these things, it's because there's not a lot of opportunities. There's not a lot of people creating opportunities. Like you right now, you creating a whole radio station. That's crazy. Like myself doing a whole billboard shit. It's like us creatives gotta take the chances and create platforms for everybody else to get on, like artists that we really respect, to show them love. I seen you show love to Chromas and all that. Like we need these type of platforms. You know what I mean? Absolutely. As long as us creatives create platforms for artists to flourish, shit about to stop. Give these artists a couple bags, grants, like the government getting involved. These niggas need money, man. They got shit. It's like. Niggas don't got no opportunities, don't got no bread. Like shit gets sticky sometimes, you know what I mean? So we just need to provide these young niggas with like opportunities, like even record deals, give them a couple 10 bands advances and shit like that for them to stay off the streets. It's just there's not a lot of opportunities in the city. Record labels are not investing in these young niggas. You know what I mean? It's because the scared shit. You gotta take chances out here. Like you can't be scared. Scare money don't make no money. You feel me?
Exactly.
A lot of these young niggas from Jen and Finch, from Rexdale, G-Way, like Marvin, all these young niggas booming. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just the city gotta be willing to take investment in these young niggas to keep them off the streets, give them like free recording time and all that shit. But like, which is something I'm gonna be working on real soon. You know what I mean? You are definitely gonna be that guy. Really. I'm trying to get into politics, all that type of shit. You feel me? Wow. It's not even just like whatever this music. I'm trying to get into politics because these politicians, they don't want to make these rules. They don't want to make these laws. They cut these checks. So I'm trying to get where the money's at, so I can start cutting some checks.
Man, I definitely
make some change.
Yeah, I encourage you to push forward with that. Tap into it because look at what Trudeau put in like a half a $500 million fund for Black entrepreneurs.
The businesses
at House. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking into this shit. Like, this shit's not even open yet. Like, I'm trying to find out how to apply for this shit. If you're watching this shit, like, if somebody know how to apply for this shit, hit me up. Like, you know what I mean?
No, it's good, man. It's definitely necessary, like I said. So, who are some of your artists? Who are some of the your favorite Canadian artists right now?
Obviously, Drake. Drake is my favorite artist. You know what I mean? But like independent artists,
I would say local. Yeah, local that are on the come
up and coming that you've worked with or heard of.
I'll say this kid I rock with named Astro Kid J is really booming. He's about to like blow just now. This is the next
Where's
kid.
He from?
She's a nigga from Brampton. Shout out to Brampton.
Oh God.
But it's booming though. It's booming though. Astro Kid J is really booming.
As long as he could drive good.
Yo.
We need to make sure that he's driving straight. So Astro Kid J?
Yeah, he's booming. So make sure you guys check him out. You know what I mean? There's the next kid named Jason Pax. He's a lyrical beast. Biz Loke. Free my nigga Biz Loke.
I heard of Biz Loke.
Yeah,
yo, Biz Loke in the pen right now. Free my nigga Biz Loke. You feel me?
So he's in the bin.
He's in the bin right now. I said in the pen. He's in the bin right now. Shout out to him. There's this young kid from Galloway named YT and Paco. He's booming. Kill him Kaz.
Wow. Smiley. Kill him Kaz.
Yo, it's a lot of young niggas. You know what I mean? They're booming. Like people sleeping on these young kids.
But
Smiley's booming.
Drake co-signs
Smiley.
some of the hot ones. Like I've seen Drake co-sign Smiley for sure.
Kill him Cass for sure. But the thing about the co-signs, all good, he could co-sign. But the thing is, if these young niggas don't got a team to push them past the co-sign,
it's gonna fizzle out.
You know what I mean? It's still gonna be in the hood. If they don't got a team connecting with the DJs, with the radio stations, with the publicists and shit like that. Because you gotta be able to move from point A to B. You know what I mean?
And again, that's where you would come in.
Yo, I'm trying my thing. You know, as long as these niggas willing to invest in their
send
craft.
me their music because they're definitely not sending it to the DJs.
That's the thing. There's not
send it
to the DJs.
Yo, send it to Killa Kaz. She killing the game right now.
Killa Kels.
Killa Kels. My bad. Killa Kels. She killing the game right now.
I know.
I know. Mix you with Killa Kaz.
Yeah, definitely send it to Kels because Kels breaks new music. She's always on top.
And
of
I'll
things.
pass it if I like it. I pass it on to other DJs always.
Yes.
That's the thing about these artists. They're not tapping into. I feel like in the city.
Some of them don't even have an email. It's crazy.
But
that's why you have to educate them.
Yeah.
You have to.
That's what I've been doing a lot of these webinars.
Yes.
I did a webinar with my nigga Nice Sound. Nice Sound is booming. A&R, he connect the dots himself. My boy Michael Asante, he just got a job with Soaking Music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm doing webinars. Yeah, he's an A&R, hip hop A&R at Soaking. So it's like I'm working with these guys. I know about the music business, about Soaking, telling artists to register for Soaking, all these things, to teach artists about the business. You know what I mean? Because a lot of artists don't know. They have to get their email straight. They have to get their website, start collecting emails, start registering for Soaking, and have their split sheets and shit like that. Like, because all these things matters when you get into the corporation world, business world. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would you suggest TuneCore as a good platform to be uploading your music to get on all the
right now?
Like,
I'll say DistroKid. DistroKid so far is my favorite one.
What is it called?
DistroKid.
DistroKid.
Okay. I suggest every artist. I went to all of them, TuneCore, United Masters, but right now DistroKid is my thing because you could easily split the royalties with anyone. You know what I mean? Okay. If you're working with an artist, DJs, you could split it evenly, whatever you want to do. If you want to give 20% to the artist, 20% to the producer, you could do that. Yeah. So that's DistroKid for sure.
I thought you could also do that with United Masters.
Nah, I tried. They're not up
and
there.
And TuneCore doesn't do that either.
I'm not sure. I didn't look into TuneCore, but DistroKid right now, getting the shit done. And they distribute your music to a lot more platforms than United Masters and things.
Right.
But shout out to United Masters though. They're doing their thing. Shout out to Steve Stout and all those guys. They're doing their shit.
Well, I seen Russ, who's an independent artist. Major, like he's major independently.
Right.
And is making so much money off his music. And he was promoting his stuff on TuneCore. Yeah. And within a week of playing his music, I think it was like 84,000.
Yeah, niggas making stupid money. But the thing is, he kind of financed the game, you know? He got signed to a label, used the whole label system, then give them an album, and got out the deal. Because he already had songs before the deal. So once he got out the deal, all these songs that he had before the label, boom.
He's smart.
He's smart. Yeah. Smart. That's what a lot of artists got to think. Once you go into label deals, you got to have like at least a catalog ready. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So if you sign a deal, you could be like, don't touch this catalog because I did this shit before you. I did this 5-10 albums before you. You can't touch that. So we could do an album deal. So when they get popping, all the shit they had independently gonna start booming them. You know what I mean? Gonna start going crazy. They could take care of their family and everything.
The truth is, especially these young artists that are in the hood that have so much talent, they don't have that machine, right? That's the machine that they need from a major label. So unless they're able to create that on their own and have that street team, that machine at the major label is what's going to get you a little further. Yeah. And I don't want to, discourage you from being independent, but I know that machine helps a lot of artists.
It really does help a lot of artists, but if you're in the hood, you're doing your thing, you're hustling and shit, all you need about 100 bands, 50 bands, get a team around you. You could do shit. You could do shit what these machines do.
Right.
You feel me? They got these networks, the connects and shit, but at the end of the day, money talks. You feel me? You could get in a lot of doors when you got the bread.
Exactly.
If your music is popping, you could get in a lot of doors.
Absolutely. You could go viral nowadays.
You could go viral, pay a couple.
Popping, like literally.
Yeah, man, trust me, man. I tell a lot of my young niggas from the streets, like a lot of times, build your shit yourself. Build your shit. You know, and be a boss. Be like, create your own team. Connect with a couple people. Like, this is the internet now. We live in the internet era. You can find a publicist online. You can find a DJ to play your music. Make them your official DJ. You could rock with a blog. You could hit up 6 Buzz. Be like, yo, 6 Buzz, I fuck with you. All right, bro, let's do this. I'm gonna give you 5.
I doubt 6 Buzz is gonna. 6 Buzz gets hit up by billions of people.
I'm saying, but money talks. If you come up with the man, you be like, all right, bro, I got 5 bands. I give you 5 bands for the month, 10 bands for the year, or some shit like that. Can you post me on YouTube or post me whenever you do your shit on Instagram? Post me on that shit. You hit me up. You want to get on a billboard? I'll put you on a billboard. You up Killa Kels up. She put you on her mixtapes.
Yeah, real shit.
I just want to throw something out there. You familiar with you, Worldstar, who passed away?
Yeah.
That's his motto. Like, that's what he was building.
Yeah. What?
Worldstar grew to be that.
So,
that's pretty much it.
So what Triz is saying, Q, rest in peace, Q from Worldstar. He had the same motto, same goals as Up Next.
Yo, he's Haitian too. Shout out to all my Haitians. Shout out to all my Zos. Yeah. Shout out to all my Zos.
Yeah. So it definitely, he had the same ideas. He was going in that same direction. So yeah, I think like I really commend you for being able to put these people first, put these artists first. You know,
facts.
That's
You gotta put them first, guys. At the end, we're also gonna put them. Exactly. The city already putting them down. You know what I mean?
Right.
The city already calling them menaces and all that shit. You feel me? So I call these young niggas stars, kings. You feel me? That's what they are. They are superstars. You feel me? That's why I call them by.
So how do you get them to pay attention? Because you can be putting up these webinars and stuff, but they might be, you know, stuck in the hood, hustling or whatever. How do you actually get them to pay attention and say, this is something that I could do for you to change your life? Are they paying attention?
Like most of them right now, so far, most of them are paying attention. And what I do, right?
I know the billboards is getting their attention.
I know, right?
I had to, yo. The billboards getting a lot of these young niggas' attention. The niggas that don't follow me before, I see them follow me back. But I ain't following back though. Nah, I ain't following back though.
Sorry.
Nah, my nigga, you don't follow me and I ain't following back.
You slept.
You slept. Cause they thought I was in the plug, but a lot of young niggas, what I trying to do, I trying to connect the dots with a lot of people. Some shit works. Some shit don't work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not every connection gonna work, you know? Like, me and you been fucking with each other. The reason why I came in here, cause like, you show me love, you and Chad show me love. I like, yo, I have to pull up here, you know what I mean? I have to come out and make sure I come on time. So what I'm trying to show you, like, yo, these people didn't think I was the plug. Like me, I think outside the box.
Right.
I think about ways to connect the dots. So right now, the way I'm trying to keep artists connected and help them grow, I created this thing because I listen to a lot of podcasts and all these things. Mm-hmm. I created a thing called community. It's an Up Next community. So you join, you could pay like a monthly payment, like $20, whatever it may be part of the community where I share different like information about like webinars where they could attend, network activities where they could attend. I share a lot of documents in the community. I plug them with like different like grants opportunities and things like that. Now I got Steve Lobel coming up. I got a podcast coming up with him. I got them.
That's a big deal. Steve
Yo,
Lobel.
It's major, but a lot of people don't know about him. Like, you know what I mean? I have to show people.
Anybody who knows music,
yo,
you should
like,
know who Steve
A lot of
Lobel
people, if you're gonna do music, man, study the game. Like, go to school for the music shit, man. Don't just hop in and think you're gonna be a rapper. Like, go to school, my nigga. Like, learn about the music business. Learn about the people that came before you. Learn about the rappers that came before you. How hip hop came about. You gotta be in love with this shit. A lot of people doing this shit for clout. They don't really love the game. They don't really love the business. You know what I mean? Learn the business.
So tell everybody that's listening about Meet the Connect and what you have going on with Steve Lobel. So give them a breakdown of Steve Lobel first off.
Yo, Steve Lobel been in the game for a minute. He's been in the game for at least 30 years. He worked with Biggie, Jay-Z. He discovered Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? He brought Nipsey Hussle to China to do shows in China. You know what I mean? He worked with producers right now. He's working with a producer right now. He managed
Scott Storch.
Scott Storch, yeah. Thank God you remember. I forgot this guy name.
Yeah, he brought him back to life.
I was gonna say he disappeared for a while.
He disappeared. He brought him back to life. So you working with a lot of artists. You working with the young artists and the veterans and shit like that.
Still very active in the game.
Still very active. So it's like
so much under his belt.
Somebody like that. That's who you want to learn from.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So me and him, I've been building my relationship with him. There's a website called Cameo. You know, a lot of people don't know about it. I want to plug people in that website. There's ways you could build relationships with people, build relationships with them, buy cameos with them, give them, like, you know, support people in the come up. You know what I mean? Because the game is about relationships. People not just going to show you love just like, even if you give them money, they're not going to show you love like that. Like, they have to know who you are, like your energy and all that shit. Because if you didn't fuck with me, if I didn't come, imagine I came, you booked me, I just came by myself and my wife, I ain't popped no bottles. Like, yo, this guy ain't serious.
Yeah.
But I pull up, I pop at least 10 bottles. You know what I mean? I showed out. So it's all about relationships. I know you're a promoter. I know the promoting game. If you book somebody, they gotta make you some money. They gotta make you some bread.
Exactly.
So I build my
relationship. There has to be a return there.
There has to be a return there. So it's all about building relationships and having mentors in the game. So you gotta know the game. You gotta like listen to people that's been to the game. That's gonna teach you about publishing. That's gonna teach you how to be independent. How to like have your contracts right. You know what I mean? So the game is about like, cause you could get snaked. You know what I mean? So, but if you have your contracts right, nobody could snake you. Nah, this shit say right here, my nigga. 2 years.
A lot of signed artists, they sign their life away,
not knowing.
That's
not knowing. That's what I'm saying. Like
trapped. What talk about Chance the Rapper? Do you know a lot about him? Because he's probably the first artist that I know that has been independent and has been so successful.
Yeah.
The thing about Chance the Rapper,
how did he do it?
The thing about it is like his family, from what I've read, his family, his dad or uncles, whatever, worked for like. He worked with Obama and things like that. He came from a rich family, you know?
I didn't know that.
So that's why he was able to get like the Apple deals and things like that or whatever it may be. So if you have the bread, if you're a millionaire, what's the point of signing? I'm not signing shit if I'm a millionaire. True. I'm going to keep putting on me. I'm about to get a drink feature.
He could get away with that 3 hat and not change ever. And he's still good. He doesn't take that hat off.
The thing about music is you have to be seen and heard everywhere. If people hearing you, seeing you everywhere, it's easy for you to get the advantage over somebody else. So if you put in $1 million or 100 bands into like marketing and promotion, you're gonna be seen more than a young dude that's paying $100 promo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna get ahead. Your stream's gonna be booming. You'll get into Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, all these things.
Right.
If you put money in these things, you're gonna be seen everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's all about, if you have the bread, you can stay independent.
Yeah.
Get a loan, get a bank loan, get a line of credit from your house.
The thing is, it's easier said than done, especially for the ones that are hustling out there. And if anything, they're hustling and they're taking that risk hustling, trying to get that guap, and then they end up getting nabbed. And just like one of your artists that you said, Biz Loke, he's in jail, right? I don't know what he's in for, but that ends up becoming a vicious cycle in the hip hop world. With these artists, right? They're hustling to make it and make it out because they know that they need that bag and that capital to invest in their career, and then they end up getting arrested and doing time. So it's almost like a vicious cycle. So is this something that you as Up Next Music Group would possibly try to make available for your artists where there are advances and things like that? For sure. We just drop a bag on an artist just the other day, you know? Like I ain't gonna drop the name or whatever. The thing I realized about the city, people hate, you know? People come out of nowhere. There's a lot of haters out here.
Yeah, don't say.
Like even like artists trying to work with me.
Welcome to Toronto.
People hate. So when I'm working with artists and things like that, I'm not even naming names anymore. I'm just like letting the artists do their thing. I'm promoting the artist without me knowing, like without people knowing. So that's how I'm moving these days. I'm trying to like move all organic and trying to not drop no news or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm investing into artists though, like for real. Because there's money in the city. People are sleeping.
Yeah.
People are sleeping.
It's tough, though. It's tough. It's tough right now, especially because you can't even do host appearances and shows. That's where a lot of money comes from for artists. So that's a little tough. And, you know, we got to figure it out. But, you know, people like you, very necessary. Tell us about what you think the difference is between the Canadian industry and American. Music industry.
To me, the difference is like it's the hustle, you know.
Yeah.
Artists in Canada, they stay to themselves. It's like they stay to their hood, they stay to their squad, whatever it may be. They don't hustle. They don't like getting out their comfort zone. I feel like artists in Canada need to start getting out their comfort zone and start connecting the dots, start meeting new people, and just be open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like artists here, there's like
couldn't agree more.
Because they weren't artists before. Because when you come up from the hood or whatever it may be, whatever block you from, it's like you thought not to like this person from this block, not to like this block or whatever it may be. It's just the mentality from growing up. They just have to like come out that cage they're in, you know what I mean? And actually connect with people. Mm-hmm. That's why a nigga like me, they see a real nigga like me coming out, putting these shits together. I'm just trying to show them like, yo, we all could do this shit, my nigga. Like I could put these seminars, hit up. I got a lot way more people coming up to these webinars and shit like that. Talking real shit. Niggas could come out, learn information. People gotta be, I feel like artists in the city are suffering from lack of information. If you don't know the information, you could find that shit yourself. There's Google. You could Google that shit yourself. You can go on YouTube. You could learn that shit from podcasts. You could learn that shit from like e-course or some shit like that. They just have to be willing to learn information themselves.
Would you say that some of these artists, they get a one-hit record or maybe a co-sign from Drake and then they become complacent? Or
very.
Yeah.
They become complacent and think like shit just about to take. Shit don't take off like that, my nigga. You gotta work that shit. You gotta get co-signed. You gotta work that.
I definitely know one artist that was like, you gotta play my song in the club because I'm about to be so big, and if you don't, then it's gonna be a problem. This one pain in the ass.
Nah, man, they be pain in the ass. That's the thing about these artists. They be a pain in the ass. You just have to be professional.
Before they even have the right to, though.
Man, you have to be professional. Being professional will carry you far in life. You know what I mean? The fact that coming on time, replying to emails, and following up on your words, like will carry you longer. You know what I mean? Because people who are professional with me, I follow up with them. I put them in opportunities. Because a lot of people that got in that billboard, they didn't have to pay shit. Because they've been professional with me. They've been respecting my movement. They paid it. They come on time for things and shit like that. I look out for these people, even though they had no names. It wasn't like the booming artist, but the fact that they were professional and they respect what I do, I look out for them in the long run. So being professional, being punctual, being on time and things like that, and knowing the business, because you don't gotta come. You don't want to go to the meetings and shit and be clueless about shit. You feel me? You gotta know what's going on and what these people talking about. Like know about the business.
Right. Exactly.
Facts.
So you post quite a bit of information on your page. You also post a lot of like funny things, memes, comments, things that artists are doing right now. And one of the comments that I saw that you posted was Hitmaker, and it was about him kind of like shutting down female rappers right now. That the current wave of female rappers, that they need to move out the way and make room for the actual talent. What are your thoughts on that? Because I think that female rappers right now are rapping exactly like how male rappers are, straight up. So what is he talking about?
Yo, true that. I just thought it was like engaging. That's why we posted it. Mm-hmm. But I found like, if you want to rap, you feel like you have a passion for it, you think you could do it, go do your thing. But also learn the business. Yeah. Learn the business. Like a lot of people not learn the business, and they cry later. Damn, I got ripped off. I've been in this record label for 10 years. They're not supporting me. Learn the business. Know what you're doing. But like I support all the women out there, you know what I mean, that's trying to do their thing, because I give all opportunities for everyone, you know what I mean? If you feel like you could do your shit, you got a hit, you want to talk about this, you want to talk about that, you be free to do whatever you want to do.
But do you think he's hating? Because lyrically, they're literally rapping. Like if you take in Mulatto, in the Ty, Bree, and Meg and City Girls, they're literally rapping like male rappers.
Definitely.
So he's hating.
He definitely is hating. No, JD said something like that too, and they specifically are angry about the stripping situation, which is just hilarious to me. Because like you guys love the strip club, but then you're upset that somebody's gonna leave there to rap about their life.
Yeah,
but you guys are rapping about drugs, being at the strip club,
fucking hoes.
It makes it zero. He's definitely.
My wife loving this. My wife loving this question.
If you ain't trying to fuck, then get out. Like this is what male rappers are talking about now. But he wants to say that these girls need to move out the way and make room for real talent.
Nah, like, we need more female rappers. You know what I mean? I feel like female rappers are. You know what I mean?
I think they're doing their thing. There's Cadence. There's Cadence. They're rapping on beat, they're rapping.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
doesn't
they got
obviously.
punchlines.
Not everybody's talented,
Yeah.
but it goes like that for the male rappers as well.
Exactly.
So
That's
I don't
what I'm
understand
saying.
why this whole subject of female rappers, like, they're why are they so upset? I
I'm
don't
not.
understand.
It's because there's still no gender equality. We
Right.
already know that. That's a.
I feel like
fact.
he's upset because like female rappers are really running the game right now. If you think about
They're
it,
making a lot of noise.
But didn't he make that whole Thought Box remix with a bunch of female rappers? So what's his
He did,
problem?
he did.
He co-signs a lot of them.
I feel like he's just
Talking
on and
too
off
much.
because sometimes he's trying to do a whole rebrand thing. You know what I mean? Now he's going back. He's going back to Youngberg. Like, bro,
By the
are
way,
you trying to
is he
leave
really?
Youngberg?
Hitmaker,
Huh?
He's going back to Young.
Nah, I'm saying like his personality wise, mentally, he's
so
going
he's
back to
He's
Youngberg.
like, yeah, bounces back. But for everybody who's listening and aren't familiar with Hitmaker is
Sexy
he's
Can
previously
I?
known as Young Berg. And then was he known as Iceberg at one point?
I think his name.
Miami rap.
Okay, just Youngberg, Youngberg. Yeah, but he's been rebranding himself. He's producing a lot more now. Is he?
Yeah, he's
Oh
booming
no,
as a
he's
producer.
a huge producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Producer.
just more production. He's not actually
Rapping no more.
rapping.
Nah, he's
So
not
he's
rapping no more.
he's doing all that. So
Yeah. Anytime you hear that, Hitmaker, that's
Yeah.
it.
He's
Yeah.
booming as a producer.
so
But he's been getting into a lot of trouble lately too, talking too much. So
I think he's trolling.
He's probably trolling because shit like that make him go viral. You know what I mean?
Right.
Talking about like sensitive topics make you go viral. But like, you know, I watch out
Yeah.
when things like that.
So coming from New Jersey and coming to Toronto, what do you think of the market? Because I feel like we have a big population, but not a big market.
Yeah,
If that
feel
makes
like,
any sense.
facts.
Complete
Facts.
sense.
I feel like Toronto is like the hip hop people love it, but they don't really love it. You know, it's kind of like a dancehall soca city. You know, it's slow. Hip hop is slowly taking over, but the violence is kind of like halting hip hop from being the forefront in the city. You know what I mean? Because like when violent shit happen, people trying to pin the rappers. Oh, it's the rappers that are doing it, but like. These guys, it's not the rappers. It might be these guys from the, you know what I mean, from the block. So it's like I feel like the violence is kind of like stopping hip hop from being the forefront in the city. Even though Drake is like
Definitely
the
is.
hottest hip hop artist in the city, but hip hop is still not the main thing being talked about or the main thing that people want to gravitate to. Because it's so multicultural in the city. Like you walk around, you walk out, you might see Chinese, Asians, and all that. You know what I mean? It's a very multicultural city. But like I feel like once the violence slow down a bit, people start working together more. I feel like hip hop would be like a thing where people be like, yo.
I would have to disagree. I think hip hop's always been a big thing in the city, but when it comes to market, I feel like you have to be somebody who's major already. And
You have to have a cosign.
You have to, you
An
already
international
international
foreign cosign.
You got to be major in the States. Before they would give you any,
because we
any
have
type of
dancehall
attention.
artists, we have Afrobeats artists, we
Facts.
do have a lot of R&B artists that are doing
Yes.
great projects right now. But it's like there's no push for the music industry. Period.
Yeah,
It's like a
There's no-
pop country, you know.
There's
It's
no
like
music
a pop
industry
country.
here. There's no labels here that. Well, there are labels, but
They're
once
just
you
not
sign to a
signing rappers.
Canadian label, you're trapped.
You trap, they're not really pushing you as they
Yeah, they're
should.
not
You know what I
gonna
mean?
push
They're terrible.
You need a real
that's-
nigga
I
like
think
me in the
that's what
building, you know?
differentiates- Exactly.
Facts.
But it differentiates us
Warner,
from
hit
the
me up.
States.
Sony, holla at your boy.
Yeah.
Give me a
Dude,
bag.
are they hiring black people? Like that's another thing.
Yeah.
Y'all
I
need
need
to
to get
hire
my
some
resume
people that are.
popping.
They need to hire people in the streets. Okay.
What's that?
In
But-
Canada,
Well,
though?
yeah,
But
we
what
need to
are they
get
pushing,
people,
though?
but that's the thing. We need to get people that are from the culture in the trenches that are actually
Facts.
shaking hands with these artists
Nah, man,
in
yo,
the office
I be in the
as
trenches
well.
for real. Like I'm telling you, I be deep in the trenches with these young niggas. Like these
Right.
young niggas, when they come to my shows, it's like they
So,
come like ready. Type
Let
shit.
me
You
just
feel me?
make
If you know
an
what I'm talking
example.
about.
Let me just make an example because the new young artists that are coming out in the States, they're millionaires already.
That's the
they're
thing.
already so rich.
Yeah.
And that's not what it is in Toronto. That's absolutely not what it is. Like they might be doing their thing and might be doing well, but as soon as you have a hit record in the States, you're absolutely successful.
Booming. You're absolutely-
They could buy. They're buying houses.
Buying houses.
They're buying like they
What
actually got
one hit
wop,
record?
wop.
One hit record, they
Yeah.
could go stupid crazy.
Exactly. So that's what I feel like. It doesn't. I like you just have to blow up in the States first. That's my opinion. I've always thought that.
Definitely,
Drake
you definitely
had to do it. The Weeknd
Tory
had to
Lanez
do
has
it.
to do it.
Tory Lanez had to
Everybody,
do it.
Nav and all them young niggas.
So that's where change needs to happen, because after all these years, you see some of the biggest artists in the world right now are Canadian. They're from Toronto.
Facts.
Drake,
Canada's running the shit right now.
Between Drake,
Big facts.
The Weeknd,
Tory Lanez, shout out to Tory Lanez.
And, Nav.
Presser's on the come up, shout out to Presser.
Yeah, so like they're
Jenna
all...
Finch, holla at your boy.
some of the biggest artists in the world are from Toronto, but yet the industry hasn't made that shift where it's like, you know what, there is talent here, and we should have major record deals for these artists where
Facts.
we can literally blow them up, and we should create that industry. I still feel like there's a huge lack in Toronto, like major, and
Very lack.
that's where you have to come in, and I'm gonna put the pressure on you
I
now.
saw love. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. You know
Because
what
I know
mean?
you're capable of it, and I know
appreciate
you have
that.
that frame of mind. So
Facts. But the only thing I see that's stopping a lot of artists from like going big is their criminal records. A lot of artists got criminal records, so they can't cross the border.
Right.
You feel me? So a lot of that shit is just stopping a lot of artists from going, from signing to major record labels in the States.
I know,
from
but
traveling.
imagine not having to cross the border is what I'm saying.
Then
If-
you can't
if
go
you
nowhere in
could
Canada.
actually-
Canada doesn't have like that much people.
Yeah, but
you
that's
know?
what I'm saying. Why can't that shift happen where we could do Vancouver, Montreal, Alberta, and at least
Can't go to the
infiltrate-
UK or something.
Yeah, or
You
UK,
could, they could go to the
yeah.
UK too, because I know a lot of
But
a lot
imagine
of
if Canada was
steppers
to
that go to
be
the
that type
UK.
of country where you can succeed and do well within Canada
Where
and
we-
then branch out, right?
Maybe supported our own.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
to think.
It's not. It's just not that.
What if we just supported our own?
Facts.
Support each other.
Man,
No
it's just
shit.
that infrastructure is not him, man. It's just
the
a pop.
crabs in
It's
a
a pop.
bucket thing.
It's a pop country, man. They like Justin Bieber's and shit like that. You know,
No,
They
we
don't
got to
like to
do
get-
better, because
you know,
then the brands will get bigger here too, and the money will get bigger. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we definitely could, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's up to us creatives to come together
Exactly.
and pressure these governments to give us these grants. I don't know where these grants be going, because I don't see these niggas doing nothing. Because I've been in this country for a minute. I never seen these niggas getting billboards and shit.
Yeah.
Like, where these grants are going? Like, I really want to know.
You know, there's a lot. I read up on something
me some of these
recently,
grants.
and there are actually a lot of grants at the end of the year that are untouched. Students that aren't applying for
it's
them.
lack of education.
Yeah. So people
yeah.
that don't know about it, how to get them, there's actually a lot of grant money that is still available. By the end of the fiscal year, they still have all that extra money.
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
That's where,
people
need
don't know where
tap
to
in.
apply. People don't know how to apply. People get denied and then they give up. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
Lack of information, definitely. That's why, like, I'm creating platforms by doing these webinars, Meet the Connect.
Yes.
I'm connecting with like grant writers, A&Rs. Right now I'm in talks to get Success from Atlantic Records to do a webinar with me, like Jay Prince, a freaking what do you call
Very
this guy?
important.
Like people like that that's gonna be
Yeah.
able to connect the dots and show people how to go about these things. I want to know how to get grants myself,
Yeah.
because I need a bag right now. I got a lot of ideas, you know, because I need bread.
Exactly.
I need bread to make them shits happen. You know what I mean? Because you
Well,
don't got
that's
no
what's
money,
up.
you can't do shit. People ain't gonna show you love, you know.
Right.
So definitely.
That's what's up. Well, a lot of valuable information. So tell us about what you have like planned next, aside from the grants and the things that you got going on with the label and the music group after Meet the Connect. Is that
Right.
something that you're just like focused on right now? Do you have any other upcoming projects that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm about to drop an album with this artist. I wish I could say his name. I want the city to hate on my ass.
When
you know?
can you say their name?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the name when I drop that. I drop him the album, give him a chain, get some shit booming, put him on the billboard. Then I'll let everybody know. I'm about to drop an album in January, so I'm planning on signing a lot more artists, give him events and shit like that. I'm gonna try to apply for a couple grants from the city,
Right.
get some money from the city, because like I said, lack of opportunities and lack of money. These young niggas need bread, man.
Yeah.
Like niggas is living in the hood. They trying to come out and buy their moms a crib.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna teach these young niggas how to buy cribs. Like I'm
Yes.
connecting with real estate
Yes,
agents.
Yes, and yes.
I'm connecting with real estate agents, mortgage specialists and things like that, mortgage brokers and things like that. So I'm opening the doors, opening the lanes for a lot of things. It's not just music. It's about life itself, you know?
Right.
It's about mental health and things like that. I'm trying to help, because a lot of these young kids suffer from mental health, from a lot of trauma. They don't know how to deal with the trauma. When they're angry, they think about, boom, I gotta grab this and go shoot this guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They got to learn how to meditate and shit like that. So I'm
Yeah.
tapping in with of a lot of different things to help the community. So it's not just about music. People need help. You know what I mean? They need serious help. They need help with grants. They need help with like mental health. They need help to know how to buy a house, how to save money, how to invest their money in stocks. So I'm connecting with stock people that know how to do stock market and shit like that, to teach people how to invest in stocks, how to invest in Bitcoin, how to buy houses and flip them. I got this next business that I got popping called Motor Spec. I'm teaching people how to invest in car rentals and shit like that so they can make passive income. So there's different things I'm trying to teach people so they could kind of like be self-sufficient and things like that. So they don't have to rely on people. You gotta be bosses out here, man. You can't be relying on motherfuckers out here, man. Real shit. And also like I'm planning on going to the States, so hopefully like 2021 when this whole COVID shit's done, you know what I mean? Go to Atlanta, connect the dots out here too. Right. I'm fucking with my young boys. Brendan Billions. Shout out to my young boys. Hey. Yo, Brendan Billions. Yo, they just had a party the whole weekend in Atlanta.
Yeah, 48 hours in Atlanta.
That's why I fuck with these young boys. These young boys connecting the dots so I don't have to do it. So I can just hit them up and get the shit. You know what I mean? That's why I like people like that's doing shit. So, okay, bro, you did this shit in Atlanta. Let me connect with you. You got that shit already popping. Exactly. Let me flock out here and bring like a whole 100 people out there by myself. You know what I mean? Bring a couple artists out there and host a couple parties. You know, that's why I like to connect the dots. But I like to connect with dots with people that's actually hustling and connecting the dots themselves. You feel me? Facts.
So with you handling all these things and, you know, a lot of things that you have on your plate, do you have a team?
Yo, my team is my wife. My wife, that's my team right there. That's my shooter. You don't fuck with me.
That's all you need.
Yeah. That's all I need. You know what I mean? That's my shooter. That's my backbone. That's my backbone. Niggas fuck with me. She handles shit.
So he's putting you to work.
Yo, that's all I need. That's all I need, man. That's all you need.
There's a lot of things and a lot of great things that you are doing and that you're planning to do, which is
you need a woman in your team. I'm gonna tell young niggas out here, man.
Tell them.
I'm gonna tell young niggas out here, man.
Tell them again.
Yo, if you're a rapper, you do whatever you're doing, you're creative. You need a woman in your life. A woman will guide you. Woman will be like, yo, bro, why you post that shit? This is whack. Take that shit off. Are you trying to be a boss or are you trying to be a clown?
Facts.
Yo, woman will look out for you more than a nigga will.
She got that intuition.
The way I'm moving, what I'm doing, you know, it's because I have a good woman in my life. So a lot of young niggas need a lot of good women. And good women don't come easy. You got to act right to keep a good woman. So you got to like do good moves, act right, be honest and shit like that, be honorable, you know what I mean? So it's like having a good woman in my life being able to help me like be a better man and think better. Because once you at peace with yourself, you're gonna think better, you're gonna be more creative, you're gonna be able to create more shit. You feel me? So I'm at peace with myself. I know myself. You gotta know who you are, bro. You can't be out here just like jumping and like, you feel me? Just doing all kind of shit. You gotta know what the fuck you are, what goals you have in mind. Stay focused.
So you would say that once you met her and she's been helping you out, like you've elevated.
Facts.
Facts. Like mentally,
physically, everything, health, all kinds of shit. That's why I'm like, I'm becoming a boss. Niggas, recognizing the boss in me. You feel me? Niggas can't disrespect me. Niggas can't disrespect me because when I walk to niggas, know they could feel the energy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like having a good woman in your life would definitely help you as a man, as an artist. It'll help you be creative. But you gotta find the right woman though. Not every woman is a good woman too. Just you gotta find the right woman, man. You gotta find a woman that's gonna support you shit. You gotta find a woman that's gonna like help you out. Cause it's been times I've done shows, nobody came out to the show. She'd be like, baby, it's okay.
She give you a background. You got a lot to look forward to.
You just gotta find, that's your team. That's my team. You know what I mean? I try to create the teams and things like that, but my wife been the only one that's been stuck by my side and holding me down. So it's like, that's my team. That's all I need. You feel me?
I love it. Very, very good to know. And obviously, eventually, as you expand, you are going to have to hire some people. But, if people are listening and they want to get into that industry, would you want to open up like internship positions?
Yeah, I do internship.
Because when you expand, like you need a team. Like
I do internship.
You don't want to spread yourself too thin,
Yeah, I hire people for their work. If I got the work, I pay you for the work. Sometimes teams, people want to be bosses. They want to take over the boss.
They don't know how to play their role.
People don't like playing their role. You know what I mean? So I rather just rock with who I rock with and pay people for their work and just keep it moving.
Right.
Me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, internships can get a little sticky. But if if they really believe in your movement and what you got going on and want to be part of that industry, I know that there for sure are going to be students that want to be involved.
I feel you, man. Right? A lot of people trying to work with me, man. They don't have the mindset. A lot of people just like, they just want shit to happen fast. Like, you wouldn't fuck with, like, I've been in this game, I've been doing this shit for like 10 plus years, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't fuck with me, like, if I wasn't doing my shit for a long time, I never stick to the plan, you know what I mean?
You've been consistent.
I gotta stay consistent in doing your thing. That's how shit happens. That's why I tell a lot of artists, bro, you're not gonna blow up right now in 6 months, but shit takes time, my nigga. Like, you gotta keep putting in the work.
You gotta have good songs, good music, man.
Good songs, you gotta have
production and good music.
That's all that really matters. Good production. The beat got to be popping, and your lyrics. You got to be able to connect with people.
Right.
Like, the music got to make people dance. Got to make people feel good. You know.
Right.
That's all it pretty much is.
Exactly. Well, yeah, that's all good to know. Very valuable information.
Facts.
I'm pretty sure that's all. Like, we wanted to get an idea of exactly what it is that you do, because I've been paying attention.
Yeah, they don't know
city
what I do.
has definitely.
Everything.
I noticed that once I posted you, a whole bunch of blogs and people started like commenting, going crazy.
That's my community, you know.
Yeah.
I let them know, yo, go comment on this shit right now, bro. Go show me love and not post. Let them know I'm coming.
Support.
Yo, you have support. Yeah, you definitely have that support. Like they showed out for you, and like they showed out for you at the clubs. On the post, it was like, yeah, you know, like you have a big support system.
It's growing. It's only growing, you know? It's only growing. The more I get, the more connects I get.
Yeah.
Plugging with people like you, plugging with Steve Lobel. Because it's all about proving myself. Once I prove people what I could bring to the table. Because when it comes to the game, artist, producer, or whatever you are, you got to bring something to the table.
Yeah.
You got to have some type of experience or some type of knowledge you're going to bring to the table.
Right.
You can't just come to the table empty-handed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, once you bring shit to the table, like, people gonna fuck with you.
Right. So we're gonna run some local artists right now and come back and talk about this Meet the Connect. We're gonna play Smiley.
Yo, shout out to Smiley. Shout out to Smiley.
So we're gonna run his track and we'll be right back with up next right here on Box Power
Facts.
Sound.
Ain't off the streets.
You're now listening to Box Power Sound. now listening to Box Power Sound.
Brought to you by
Yeah, hey, I blew a bag up in LV. Shawty with me on a day shift. I've been up 100 days, stacked 100K, back up on the same shit. Tell them niggas ain't nothing free. Had to double up my wages. There ain't nothing niggas telling me. Little niggas ain't ahead of me. Level up, I never let it be. Diamonds on me, it's heredity. Rolling out of my faces. Gold and connected to the ancients. Van Gogh high painted. Perfect picture, put it up and frame it. Now we getting money in abundance, but it still don't never outweigh shit. This shit ain't for sure, I do this for real, for real. Yeah, 40 up on me, but no, I ain't came to kill. Yeah, diamond they jump out of faith, jump out of gym. Yeah, water up on me, you know I can't even swim. I walk in the party, you know that I came with them. Shawty up on me, I swear that she came with him. Hundreds up on me, you know that I can't spend. You know that my niggas ain't playing, they for the win shit. Phone line, gotta jump in the butter rim. 40 up on me, you know that I came to win. Get my little nigga to steal, he deep in the field. Ay, all of my youngers is fishing, no they know the drill. Ay, say that you with me and something you can't convince me. I gotta stay praying, the demons is working against me. Better on the bottom of my shoes and on my Balenci's. Blew a bag up in LV. Shawty with me on a day shift. I've been up 100 days, stacked 100K, back up on the same shit. Tell them niggas ain't nothing free. Had to double up my wages. There ain't nothing niggas telling me. Little niggas ain't ahead of me. Level up, I never let it be. Diamonds on me, it's heredity. Rolling out of my faces. Gold and connected to the ancients. Van Gogh high painted. Perfect picture, put it up and frame it. Now we getting money in abundance, but it still don't never outweigh shit. This shit ain't for sure, I do this for real, for real. Yeah, 40 up on me, but no, I ain't came to kill. Yeah, diamond they jump out of faith, jump out of gym. Yeah, water up on me, you know I can't even swim. I walk in the party, you know that I came with them. Shawty up on me, I swear that she came with him. Hundreds up on me, you know that I can't spend. You know that my niggas ain't playing, they for the win shit. Phone line, gotta jump in the butter rim. 40 up on me, you know that I came to win. Get my little nigga to steal, he deep in the field. Ay, all of my youngers is fishing, no they know the drill. Ay, say that you with me and something you can't convince me. I gotta stay praying, the demons is working against me. Better on the bottom of my shoes and on my Balenci's. Blew a bag up in LV. Shawty with me on a day shift. I've been up 100 days, stacked 100K, back up on the same shit. Tell them niggas ain't nothing free. Had to double up my wages. There ain't nothing niggas telling me. Little niggas ain't ahead of me. Level up, I never let it be. Diamonds on me, it's heredity. Rolling out of my faces. Gold and connected to the ancients. Van Gogh high painted. Perfect picture, put it up and frame it. Now we getting money in abundance, but it still don't never outweigh shit.
All right, so we just played a few local artists there. It started off with Smiley, Young Tory. Shout out Young Tory. Shout out Lucas. And that was Free A.
Yo, shout to Free A, man. Shout to all my Africans.
Yeah, so
Facts.
they definitely got good music. These are artists that are actually making noise. They got numbers, like they're doing numbers. They've been touring.
Yeah,
so they've been making noise as some Canadian artists, which is dope. And you work well with them too. Yeah,
I worked with Free back in the day as well. I had him hosting my party in the club. So
you really are the A&R for the streets. You've acknowledged and recognized these artists from the jump.
Facts. I recognize a lot of these young niggas that's booming right now from when nobody was like fucking with them. Like Free I had him in the club, played his music in the club. The club was going crazy for him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like a lot of these young boys, like I was rocking with them before. Yeah. Like right now he's rocking with Mayweather. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you live up to your name. You live up to your name for sure.
Facts.
Yeah.
Shout out to Baka.
One of my favorite local artists.
Yo, that's my own. Hey, yo,
he
Baka.
Has to come up here. Baka.
Yeah, we gotta get Baka up here. You gotta get these young boys.
We've been
TV
in the talks.
Gucci.
There's actually a whole list of people.
TV Gucci. You gotta get my nigga TV Gucci up here. That's my nigga right here. He's a real nigga. He show love. TV Gucci will show you love. he was like, you know, he's a real dude. You don't gotta
Absolutely.
beg him to post the shit. Like he's showing love.
No.
That's
When I book, and this is what's important to me because I booked all these artists for events and hostings and stuff, and I always analyze how they promote, how they take initiative.
Same.
Right?
I take I look into the same
that shit is
too.
important as fuck because if you have fans, if you have a follower or following, you're gonna want your people to come where you're at and know where you're at, right? And it's crazy to me that there are some DJs in the city that don't even post
Nah, I don't rock with that.
where they're gonna be.
They ain't gonna get no more money
makes
for
no
me.
sense.
Facts.
But TV Gucci definitely has been
But
somebody
don't you
that
want to
would
look like
promote.
you're working and all that
you're
too?
working. This is
and-
where you're gonna be at. This is where you can come hear me, come see me.
Some people
It's
too
all
cool.
So important. Yeah,
Nah,
some
you
people
can't
are
be too cool out
to
here, man.
add to their to the
Don't be too
aesthetic
cool
of-
to come up here either.
Yeah,
don't be cool.
Too cool to get the bag. Too cool to get the bag. If
real
you're too
shit.
cool for me, you ain't getting no bag for me.
Yeah. So again, I want to thank you for coming on the show and thank you for everything that you are doing for the city and the artists in the city. It's very, very necessary. Anything else that you want to include as far as like somebody, because he's new to you, like this is somebody that you never knew.
I'm just
was doing
learning. That's why I've been so quiet, you guys. But no, definitely we have to connect because I want to push the artists that you're working with too.
Facts.
I want to hear
Facts.
the music that's going on.
Kels, she does a lot of like corporate gigs and she does corporate playlists and mixes and stuff.
crazy.
So
Not
they'll
just
get
that,
her.
I know a lot of DJs around the
world.
world.
Yes.
So
That's
it's
big.
just
That's
like,
big.
even like with what we were talking about with Baca, like I'm sorry, I pushed the fuck out of Live Up to My Name in Boston, and I ended up seeing that at like a Boston pop-up in LA, and it was just, it's just crazy because just from giving it to two DJs that I love out there,
big.
and they pushed it on the radio and stuff like that, so you just never know.
No.
Yeah.
Facts.
Exactly.
Big facts.
So yeah, big up to you. We want to see a lot more of you. We want this this music group to flourish and for you to really get everything going.
Definitely.
Because we need it. The country needs it. The city needs it. And, you know, all praises to you and everything you got going on.
Good looking.
So let them know when to look out for the Meet the Connect with Steve Lobel.
Shit, when that shit's like, yo, shout out to Steve Lobel. I think the Meet the Connect is this
December 12th, is it?
December 12th. Damn, you know my shit more than me.
The same day as the verses.
Yeah, because I be so busy trying to connect the dots with people, I be forgetting dates sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to have an interview with Jay Prince tomorrow, actually, too, as well.
Big.
Jay Prince with Rap a Lot in Houston.
Very
Jay
big.
Prince is fucking Jay Prince Jr.'s father.
Jazz Prince is
Jazz
that
Prince,
father,
that's his name. Yeah, he discovered.
He's
Drake
a big
and everything.
OG, the big mob, big head of the mob.
Big head of the mob.
Rap a Lot
They
Records.
respect him. So hopefully that goes through. I got a lot more shit going on. You know what I mean? I got like hopefully COVID and all that shit goes away and all that. I got an office space if everybody.
It's not gonna go away. You have to take a vaccine.
Man, we'll see about that.
It's not gonna go away. You have to take the vaccine. It's just like the flu never went away from 1918.
You gotta take a
It's not
vaccine.
going away, so,
but it is what it
yeah.
is. Whatever we gotta do to get back
To
shit
get
back to normal.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
All right.
But like, I got an office space. If anybody wanna like book the office space to do photography, holla at your boy. Got billboards, got record label connects. If anybody wanna like walk into a record label, they got a dope song that they want pushed, holla at your boy. I got connects with that as well. So hit me up. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Up Next. And I also got a podcast called Ain't Off for the Streets podcast where I get like creatives like you. I gotta get you guys on my podcast as well. So
But
we
spell
can
out
start
your-
our shit.
spell out your
spell it
Instagram.
so they know it's
Yo, Up Next. Yo, real shit. People be like, Up 6. That's not.
up and
Up 6. It's UPN6XT. That's how you spell it, but it's pronounced as Up Next. So I had to flip it around,
Yeah.
put the 6 up there to make it cool. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
It's
Gotta be cool.
it looks like a backwards upside down lowercase e though.
Yeah.
So it works.
Somewhat,
It works.
somewhat.
Exactly.
You ready? Somewhat.
Yeah.
So I had to make this shit popping,
Yeah.
you know?
All right. Well, you already know what it is. Up next. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
here.
you.
on
You
Box
already
Power
know
Sound.
what it is, man.
And looking forward to seeing everything.
And make
come
sure
together,
we about
man.
to break some big bags. Big
Yeah,
bags
real
only.
shit.
You know what I mean? Yo, we put in the work.
Especially after this year.
After this year, we put in the work. Get that cat put in the work. Killer Kels put in the work. If you ain't talking money, just don't hit us up, man. If you don't got a hit record, man, like you gotta talk money with us, man. Big bags only. Big bags
Real
only.
shit.
Double the bags for this year.
Yo, get your money up, my nigga. If you don't got, go get a job. Go get a loan. Get a cash advance from your credit card. Invest in yourself, my nigga.
Yes.
Because we invest in ourselves.
So important.
Yeah, well, shit, you gotta let them know because you gotta respect the hustle.
Exactly.
This shit ain't free. This hustle ain't free no more, you know? We put in the work.
It's not.
Holla at your boy,
And
man.
you never
Ain't no
know
for the
when we're gonna
streets.
get hit with a pandemic. You don't want to be asked out.
Nah, man, we about to get them big bags.
We are now able to face anything at this point. So,
nothing can stop me. Nothing. Anything happen, we're going to be innovative and come up with different ideas.
Outside
Big bags only. Outside the box.
Yeah. So big up to you. Shout out Up Next. And that is it for episode 9 of Box Power Sound. Shout out to Killa Kels. And we're going to end it off with Salute.
Ain't no
boy.
for the streets.
Yeah. Big record. Salute when you see me. Salute when you see us. Box Power Sound. Killa
Bye.
Kels. Get that cat. Y'all know what it is.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy shit is an ocean and you either